We'll give it one more try with Fire Wand character here. I kind of want to switch it up because I just don't think this is working for me. I mean, I don't mind this character, and I think the idea behind the build has merit. But it's obviously not working for me, so we got to adapt somehow. Like I said, I'm trying to stick to the build that they had. Problem is, I don't understand, for example, like, why knife? I don't feel like the attack speed... Because it's not attack, it's projectile speed. It's not actually attack speed. Does much? Already we're... So we have a deviation here. Part of me wants to take Pentagram. I think Wand will help us stabilize, but I guess it just doesn't do enough damage in the late game. And I think that's the problem. Because that's what I was thinking about the knives, is that maybe they just end up having a huge amount of DPS in the late game. Prepare to be jealous of what? Should I be concerned about this one? Rats! That's good news. I'm happy for you, Tona. You gotta take those victories where you can get them. I didn't notice Braxman raided it because it just happened right this second. Hopefully. Did the raid thing not go off? Hey, Braxman, thank you for the raid. Did the raid notification not go off? Hold on. If that didn't go off, I'm going to be annoyed. That's really unfortunate. I specifically set that up. How'd the stream go, Braxman? What were you playing tonight? Oh god. Swarmed by bats. Yeah, nothing. I'll have to check and see what's going on. My obs got screwed up, so I gotta... I was trying to rebuild a bunch of stuff, and then I had to reload from backup, and it still should have been there, but I'm not sure. That thing is, I have a lot of stuff I actually need to purchase towards the end of the month, so really... Well, you gotta... You have it at the moment. Enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts, I guess. Or something like that. That doesn't really work in this scenario, but... Raid Shadow Legends, nice. Doing alright today. I'm really tired. Got like no sleep last night, so we're just kind of chilling out, playing some Vampire Survivors. I was messing around earlier doing some test streams, so people may have seen notifications for me going live earlier than normal. Oh, I hear the puppy coming down. Harley. Hi, good girl. Gonna come sit? Go ahead, good girl. Yeah. Like I was saying the other night, we get her a dog bed. No interest in being in it. Even though it's the identical one that she loves in a different part of the house. Big bag of nope. Yeah, she just said no. She is not interested. She'd rather lay on arguably the most uncomfortable couch that I've ever been around. This couch is so uncomfortable. Woof woof. She can't quite hear you. You're gonna have to do it louder, Atona. That emote reminds me of Sprocket from the Fraggles. Part of me wants to get the knife because it's an extra projectile, but... My dog only lays on her bed right after she gets shaved down. She wants a warm spot after that. Yeah, that would make sense. Ours just has a routine. She's one of those dogs that she has a rotation of, I'm going to go lay in this spot, then I'm going to move and go lay in this spot. Usually, at least in the winter... I mean, you know, we got the heat on, but she still lays wherever the sun is coming through, right? Because I'm sure it feels good. And then, especially at night, you know, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll hear her doing her rotation through the house. Because, you know, she's got to guard the house, even though she's the friendliest dog ever. So, if somebody broke into the house, I don't even know what she would do. Probably, like, she's certainly not going to do anything to stop them, I can tell you that much. She'd lick them to death? Possibly. She might knock them over trying to get them to pet her. Like, that's not out of the realm of possibility. That she would, like, jump up to get pets. Be so excited that someone's here to visit. Oh, they're visiting outside of daylight hours. Why are you here? We'll go with the knife. So part of the reason I wanted the wand here is for the cooldown reduction item. The tome, if we can get it. Hello, friend, love me. Exactly. Exactly. We're just skipping this so we can get on with our inevitable death here. I'm not a fan of the knife. Like, I know I said it before, but I'm gonna have to think about this build and see if there's another way to do this, or if there's an alternative option that we could go with. Alright, what's G? Good luck with work. Have a good night. So yeah, we'll see if we can make this build work. It feels similar to other things that I've played, but I think that was specifically on the no Bible, no garlic run, which we were able to win that. But it felt like it was just way more effort than it needed to be, but maybe that's required in order to get the DPS that you need late in the game, which is part of what concerns me about this wand. What I need to do is run this stuff and then start setting up, like, personal tracking so that I know, okay, well, this works, this doesn't, and actually take notes about it, sort of thing. You know, we got this far for these stats with this particular build on this map. Just like you would with any of the other stuff, like what we do for the card game tracking and stuff like that. We got another fire breath, so we can start clearing stuff out. Fire wand? Just incinerate all these things. We could use a magnet. Scoop all this up. We have to leave a spot open for the birds. We're not going to be able to get an axe now. I mean, we could get an axe. But we can't get an axe and a lightning ring. So what they had was lightning ring. It was evolved bird, evolved knife, evolved fire wand, evolved Santa water, axe, and whatever the other thing that I said was. And the challenge here is that we're going to be short on some of those fronts. I think the axe is more important than the lightning ring. I think the axe is important because it has the pass-through. The lightning ring obviously can hit anywhere, so that also helps rack up kills, quote-unquote, for free. So we have the Santa Orb, and this will help grow our experience count, because we do need to make sure we're gonna be hitting some of the swarmy levels like we were last time. We're kind of in a better position, I think. Not now, because I'm doubling back and taking damage. Admittedly, the knife does help with this sort of scenario, because we can kind of clear a path intentionally, whereas a lot of the stuff we had on the last run was, you know, the axe attacks slowly, and you can't control it other than it goes up. So if something appears directly above you, maybe. These bats are always annoying. You know, I wonder if they have a program like speedrunners have to track this stuff yet. Like, I don't typically watch speedrun streamers, but I've watched some of them for Back 4 Blood, mostly because they were playing with other people that I typically do watch, who are not speedrunners, and then they, you know, I end up following them, so there you go. But I've seen several over the years that have, you know, there's a program that tracks it on stream, and I don't know if it's a plug-in for OBS or Streamlab OBS, or if it's, you know, the quote-unquote official app for, like, games done quick or whatever. But I wonder if there's something that anybody's built as a mod for this. Presumably not, because then they probably wouldn't have stood up that website in order to track it all. We're getting swarmed here. These are not strong enough to actually one-shot these things, kill them one-shot. So we're taking a beating. We're at the mercy of the fire wand killing the stronger stuff. I'm hoping the Santa water is leaving a trail of death and destruction among monster kind behind us. So that way we can loop back up and scoop up a whole bunch of experience, but I'm not super optimistic about that. I'm tempted to get the pickup orb growth upgrade, whatever. Alright, knives should be close to... That might be the last one? Okay, it's 7. Here's the true test. Hold fast or expire. Shout out to my Darkest Dungeon fans. Now, Darkest Dungeon 2 hasn't gotten an update in a while, I don't think. They did have an update. I guess actually not that long ago, but I don't know that it added all that much to it. I mean, it's still in... I thought that was... Oh, there is 4 checkpoints. Like, I know I saw it somewhere. This is a wave where we should be killing it and getting a ton of kills. Like, Lightning Ring would allow us to really go ham on this. Alright, so we need the bird before we get the axe. Or we're never going to evolve the bird. The timing on this is going to be bad no matter what. Alright, so there's the max knife. We're going to go magic wand because we need to just not die here. Which is kind of sad. Like, this is a wave where, like I said, we should be raking it in experience-wise. This is bad. Oh, this is not what we wanted. I guess garlic. So we're not even close now to what the build that we were going for was, but it is what it is. It'll help us at least baseline things. I just realized, is there not a character that starts with the axe? I don't know if there's a character that starts with the axe. That would be another rough item to probably start with. The reason is if these items are as crucial as, you know, I'm assuming they are, maybe it's worth experimenting with some of the other starting items and other skill sets that characters provide. So in this case, we get cooldown reduction as well as the fire wand. And I'm curious whether, you know, if we started with the axe, would we be better off? I don't know what the axe character, if there is one, has. We have to make up for a lot of time. We're almost halfway through the game, and we only have 5,000 kills. We need to get literally 10 times as many in the back half of the game. Which, given the setup we have, I don't know that we can. Assuming we even make it there. This does let us carve a path through the weaker enemies, so there's that. Part of the reason I was kind of doubling back there is to get some cheap kills. Like, we can probably clear the game, but I don't think we're going to be anywhere near this count. So we got to kind of evaluate why we're not doing this. Like, I know the waves where we're doing poorly, but I don't know what we can do differently that would improve our circumstances. And the garlic here is doing nothing for us, but we were stuck on what to pick. Well, wand. Alright, so wand is maxed. We almost have the bird maxed, but we can't find the other bird. Like, I don't even know if we were presented with another bird. I thought that was it, and I almost snap-picked it. We'll go with this. Naturally, it would have been nice to pair that with something else. So, I want to evolve the garlic, but I don't know. We're just going to take the garlic upgrade for now. Like, it might be better to get another offensive secondary item so that we have more killing potential instead of upgrading to the black hole. Could be wrong. Like, obviously the evolution's good, but we might be better off if we instead did it a different way. We'll go Santa Water. We might be able to get a level and then go pick that up. Pretty close to it. Although going with the upgraded the black hole, we could get the life leech could matter because then we could just run through groups of enemies and hopefully get a higher score that way. All right, so we have the evolved Santa Water. Took a bunch of damage for doing so, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Whereas before we were doing good with eliminating things, now we're kind of falling behind again. These enemies are just very sturdy. All of them, basically. The bats, the ghost things, the werewolves. We are able to kill them, but much, much more slowly. We're gonna max this thing out. If we can. I mean, even that boss, well, that makes it sound like it should be weaker than it is, but it's a boss werewolf. It has like 1 billion hit points. There we go. Alright, so we got an epic chest. That's good. I think that's the upgraded wand. Yep, we got the holy wand. Alright, so we have maxed out bird. We just need to find the other bird. Okay, we're gonna die? All that worrying about the late game is kind of irrelevant. Because apparently the mantises are also super sturdy, which, I mean, we knew, but... We also need to find spinach in general. I thought we had that already. Because we need spinach for the fire wand upgrade. So we're over halfway, and we're... there we go. Spinach will definitely help. We're pretty far behind in a kill count, I think. This does not seem good. Obviously, the real issue is we must have fallen behind in experience somewhere. Oh, we can't get the bird. I just realized we were locked off from that. For some reason, I thought we had one more slot, but I wasn't looking at it. We'll go with the black hole upgrade. Black hole evolution, rather. I think we're just in trouble. Garlic. So I wanted the, obviously we wanted the axe, but the increased base for a lot of this is also useful between the garlic and even the knives can benefit from it. Like, we have a bunch of things that can make use of it. Alright, there's floor chicken, that's helpful. We can almost run through things, but not quite. We'll upgrade the garlic. My guess is we hit about 30,000. Assuming we don't die. Like, if we make it to the end, I think we hit about 30,000. But it's entirely possible we die. We'll go spinach. Greater killing potential. The deeps. Give me the DPS. Alright, so this is another wave with, like, super sturdy enemies. We are churning through them, which I kind of see the value in the knives here. We need to get the garlic upgraded so we can just start walking through things. Hopefully, anyway. So I'm telling you, the knives look more like spears right now. Alright, so we have our upgraded Fire Wand, Evolved Fire Wand. This has pass-through, which is part of the reason why we wanted well, the main reason I think we wanted Death Spiral, the axe upgrade, so they both pass through. Obviously hitting way more enemies in that scenario. And clearly the upgraded birds would be helping us too. Alright, that helps. Should get another level off of this, maybe? No. Barely halfway, never mind. I thought there was way more I was going to pick up. We can kind of go hunting. We can't quite just plow through everything and run in a straight line through every enemy, but we can try. Garlic is almost there. Almost completed. I think we needed another offensive secondary, but... I mean, we needed it in general. I don't think it was necessarily appropriate for this setup, simply because we kind of got locked into what we got locked into. I might have had the opportunity to stay a little bit more open with the picks at different points, so that way we could get the bird upgrade, you know, we wouldn't get necessarily locked into these other things, but... That's all in the past now. Right, hopefully we can clobber this guy. How close are we? We need one more level for garlic. Need one more level for garlic. So I want to save this until we get that level so that we can just be done with that. At least as long as we can wait. If we get swarmed by enemies, we'll just have to pick it up. We should be able to get it. There seems to be enough experience here that we can make it happen. There's garlic. Alright, so this should get us the garlic evolution. We're at 16k with just over 9 minutes to go. There's no way we're getting anywhere near the score that we were targeting. But we're learning. And now we can basically just walk through things, at least for now. Between the lifesteal as well as the knives and everything else. We're hopefully just going to clobber everything. In fact, I should probably be standing on some of these so that way we're dealing extra damage thanks to the garlic. Black hole, really. I mean, we are life leeching as part of it. Not a whole lot, but... See, like, look at this. How are we supposed to rack up any kills here? These things just have way too much health. So I wonder, like, there must be a combination of factors. That the order that the build came out in, obviously. Potentially what starting seed that they had. Like, I don't know if bats versus the evil trees are better starts. Or more desirable starts. What's funny is these mummies are easier to take down than damn plants. We have to go hunting for them. Yeah, the knives have won my respect on this. Wait, do the meteors ignore area buffs? They don't seem bigger. I could be wrong. So I think I stand by my prediction of 30k, assuming we don't die. If we break 40, I'll be very impressed. We're doing the walkthrough thing so we can get the damage buff. Ooh, maybe not that much. So like I was saying earlier, I do feel that the cooldown reduction tome is worth it in this, but maybe it's not, like, you don't want wand. The wand seems to drop off damage-wise. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know the actual numbers. I should go through and make a chart for myself, or see if somebody else has made a chart for all the numbers on things. I don't know why I took a tractor. The speed probably is better here. You can obviously see where we would be doing much better if we had a different item set. I don't know that we would have made it this far with a different item set, given how the other runs went, but... it's definitely a different take, like, instead of, oh, well, I'm trying to win. And I kind of feel you can win with anything in this game. Like, you don't... Alright, Rosary is pretty good. I wonder if that... I didn't notice if that counted as our kills or not. But just like other games, when you're trying to do a speed run or something, it's a different game than the standard. Myself into a corner a little bit here. We need to find more mummies to hunt down because the plants are, as stated earlier, kind of horrendous for us. Alright, so we're above 20 with 5 minutes to go. It's gonna be tough to get the last 10k. But at least we'll have a, assuming we do it, we'll have a benchmark for ourselves to try and figure out what we want to do, or how we're going to do it. The bosses even matter at this stage. I mean, sort of. We do have upgrades we can get, but they aren't relevant for damage purposes, so they kind of don't matter. These blue plants are okay. They don't feel threatening at all. They must do a ton of damage, because they don't move super fast, and they don't move super fast, and they don't take a lot of punishment. So I presume that they put out a lot of damage. I don't think I've been hit by them, because either I'm at this point and we're in good shape, or I never make it to this point. It's usually how it works. Honestly, I wonder if the best runs for this game, with like the highest stats sort of thing, are going to be ones that build off of luck, and then you just hit like a million rosaries or something like that, and just constantly clear the board. And similarly, I don't know if Pentagram adds to your kill count or not, since it behaves kind of strangely in general, since it can wipe out items, so I don't know if it counts as killing them, or if it's just, like, erasing them. Point being is I wonder if Pentagram helps or hurts this idea. Because if you went with an early Pentagram, you hypothetically could end up clearing the board a whole hell of a lot. And rack up the score. So like I said, there are other scores to try and shoot for as well. It's not just kills, it's also gold count or most levels. Like, I think the highest level that I saw on there, I don't think it was on this map, but somebody hit like level 172. or something like that. It was well over 100, and I'm like, that is incredible. Alright, so mummies are back in the mix, which kind of helps us. So do those ghosts, to be honest. Because that means that we're getting some easy kills, theoretically, anyway. We're only getting money at this stage, so... Alright, we're not even going to hit 25, let alone 30. I have no idea how they hit 50. Like, even if we hit that build, I don't know that we would have gotten there. Maybe if you get an early lightning ring and on, say, the skeleton wave, like, I don't know how many skeletons show up in that minute, but the one where it's, I want to say, around 12 minutes or so, and you're just absolutely getting swarmed by skeletons, if you can just one-shot them all and clear them all out constantly, you might be able to rack it up that way. This is a little concerning. Oh, God. This got messy really fast. Now we're running for our life. Like, I don't think we live through this. Certainly not if we stay in the middle like that. Which means that we're not really increasing our goal at all. For the most part. Like, we're not gaining much out of running for our life like this. Not that you usually do, I guess. And the bats are going to be even worse. I think we're dead. And the knockback is helping, but we're going to hit point where we can't, where we just get swarmed. Those bats evaporate before we even were able to kill them. That's unfair. But we are killing things occasionally. I can see the meter going up. And we left several treasures behind, at least 2. Well, we did get there. We did get there, but only 26K. Pew, pew, pew. Absolutely right. I mean, this at least gives us a benchmark. So now we want to try and beat 26K. We're going to add that to this. $26,547. As always, everybody, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and Black Lives Matter.